Evening all, Louise here. I haven't been on for a couple of days. I've not been too great health-wise, so I've had to. I'm doing some magical things with this phone at the moment. No, I've not been too well for the last couple of days. I think I've just done too much, up late, up till late, then getting up dead early, and it's just took its toll on me. So I'm back for another reading. Right. Sara has requested a reading about Tommy Robinson. Quite a bit back now, but I'm getting through them. She wants to know, will Tommy Robinson be released early? Now, I know there's been some emergency updates from his team, and so we'll have a look at it anyway. So the tarot deck that I've got today is the Thoth Tarot. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. Thoth Tarot deck by Alistair Crowley. Oh, Lord. Can you see this or what? And the oracle cards are the Mystical Shaman oracle cards by Alberto Violdo, Colette Baron Reed, and what's the other one? Marcella Lobos. I think I've got the angle all wrong. Let me see if I can just crikey. Right, I think that's about right. Now I can't get under my desk. Aren't we all right? So I'm going to start with the Mystical Shaman oracle and see if it can give us a starting point for what's going on around Tommy now. I'm sure many of you are already aware, but for those who aren't, Tommy Robinson recently, his visitors were made to sign a non-disclosure agreement following some people with social media accounts relaying information from their visit. They've decided to shut down. They decided to make them sign non-disclosure agreements so that they couldn't any longer share information about the visits. That's now gone on, moved on, and now no one seems to be allowed to visit, and those who were scheduled to visit have had their visits cancelled. He's not allowed to speak to his son, and apparently the other day he was on the phone to a different person, but on speakerphone, and he happened to speak to his son while he was on a phone call to someone else, and he has now been banned from buying any food from the shop for the next week. All his food is bought in tins or sealed bags from out. It's not even coming from the prison kitchen, because there have been incidents of attempted poisonings, if you like, not necessarily poison, but unpalatable objects put in his food. So he's now he's sort of surviving on tins of tuna and mackerel and things like that, and packets of crisps. He's now being banned from purchasing food for a week. By all accounts, his mental health is appalling. He's going down. He's lost a lot of weight, and he is still in solitary confinement, and he has been there since October, which I'm sure is against all human rights. However, no one seems to know what's happening with his legal team, and whether or not they are making some headway. I did notice that June Slater put something on Twitter, I don't know when, and Rupert Lowe has replied saying he was going to write to the Justice Secretary. Can't remember her first name. Surname is Mahmood. That's two, so I'm just taking the top one. Today. I don't know whether that means Rupert Lowe's out of the UK Reform Party or not, because their party line is no tolerance for Tommy Robinson. However, that's where we are. So what we got? We've got completion. Number 9, completion. That's the Ouroboros, isn't it? The snake eating its own tail. Number 9. Let's have a look. Number 9. If anybody finds any further information out about Tommy, can you let me know at some point, either in the comments, because it seems to be, I think his team said if nothing gets resolved, they're going to organise some protest outside the prison. We all know who it's coming from. It's coming from Starmer and Hermer. So, number 9. The essence of this card. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, and the fruit, and all of human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. You have finished a cycle and there is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it's time to honour what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it's time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. Clinging to the old form will bring only decay. When the fruit is left too long on the vine, it rots. You know that it is time to move on, yet you are reluctant. Do not be afraid of hurting anyone's feelings. Remember, you are responsible for your actions, not the actions of others. Mourn what is lost so you can move on. Do not be sad. Be like the sun at midday who shines brightly, neither longing for sunshine nor dreading the dark. So it's my understanding that the medicine is the medicine aspect, the last aspect of this blurb, if you like, is if the card's in reverse and it was in upright. So the invitation, you have finished a cycle and there's no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. It's time to honour what you've been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it's time to reap your harvest. Completion is time for celebration. I'm wondering whether this is a sort of a bit of a nod to an early release. Possibly. I don't know. I'm going to look at the cards. But nines is coming towards the end of a cycle. 10s is the end, an ending, signalling a new beginning. So he's nearly there. So whatever he has left of his sentence, it's almost as if the time where he is at the moment at Woodhull prison, it feels like he's nearly at the end of that time. And I don't know why. I don't know whether they're going to move him on. I'm surprised they haven't moved him around the country, to be fair. But I don't know whether they're going to move him on or whether he'll be released early or whether there's some other issue going on in the background. Don't know. So that's your mystical shaman card. Right, let's have a look at Thoth Tarot and see what Aleister Crowley's cards have got to say. Do you know, I keep meaning to buy a smaller version of these. I've still got this shitty cough, and honestly, it's knocking me out. I'm absolutely 24/7 knackered. I've got me get up and go has got up and gone. Right, one more then, yeah? One more. Let's have a look. What have we got for Tommy Robinson? Is he going to be released early? Let's have a look at the situation right now, please. The situation right now. We have the Star. The Star is the star for Aquarius. And I know Tommy Robinson is a Sagittarius, the adventurer. This feels This feels like healing. But the star can also be about new technology. And I'm all of a sudden reminded of Elon Musk and the use of technology, i.e. Twitter, because he was very instrumental in getting the film Silenced out to more millions of people than had already watched it. He is championing Tommy in some ways. I believe he is funding some of his defence or some of his legal issues. This feels like there's a lot of use of technology, shall we say, right now to bring about some form of healing. It feels very abrupt. This feels like an abrupt. See, we've got this shaman card talking about completion. This feels like an abrupt use of new technology. I know that sounds weird, but that's what I'm getting. Right, let's have another one. Right, so this seems to be Elon Musk's at it in the background. There's a lot going off with American politics at the moment. What with Donald Trump being in the Middle East right now, trying to negotiate peace with Putin and Zelensky, and then there's all this Doge business that Elon's involved with. But there is some use of technology here. Don't know what it is. And then you've got the Knight of Cups, which is the card for Cancer. One of the cards for Cancer. Right. So they all seem to be facing in the same direction, don't they? Like looking forward, looking to the future. This Knight of Cups is looking that way. That I would, if they were looking that way, I'd say they were looking back. It feels like a surge forward. There's some element of what's it called? What's it called? There's some element of show-offiness here. I don't know what it is, but it feels like you've got, on the one hand, you've got this use of technology. I don't know whether there's a use of technology in prison. I know they use emails and stuff, but there's something to do with technology and healing the situation. And if you look at the star cards, holding a cup upside down, pouring this healing over her own head and then into the earth. The star card normally is pouring water on onto the earth and in the water, but this one's pouring all this feels very much like the World Wide Web. This is help from the web, from the internet, from technology type stuff, communication, like new type of communication. This one this one feels like somebody being quite show-offy. Now, I don't know whether that's because there's a peacock here in this bottom right-hand corner, but it feels like someone leaping towards a resolution in quite a show-offy type of manner. Right, so this is where we are with that. Right, so what about Tommy then? Does it look like there's going to be some sort of release or some sort of resolution of the laws that are, the sort of rules that are being imposed on him right now? I'm not taking that. Have you seen that lot? I'm not taking that lot. Flipping egg. Be here all night. And I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. Right, we've got the Three of Pentacles. Works. This is about collaboration. This is about people getting their heads together. This is people from all walks of life, all trying to turn a wheel. This is collaboration. So, okay, so there's a collaboration between three different factions. So, shall we say, I'm thinking Elon Musk, his legal team, maybe politics, maybe even the people. Maybe it's the people, Elon Musk. I think Errol Musk is very heavily involved in talking about what's happening with Tommy at the moment as well. These all feel very blue at the moment. So I don't know what I need to say about that, but it'll come to me. Spirit will tell me if it's significant. It feels like it might be significant. And then we've got the universe. So the world's your oyster. Let me have a good look at this card. If you look down at the bottom, I don't know if you can see this. That looks like some that looks like a really large sort of building. The first thing that I heard when I spotted it was the Pentagon. Now, right, I'm not sure whether Donald Trump's got some behind the scenes dealings with this. I don't know if Elon's taken this to Trump, but this feels like a Pentagon thing. It feels very industrious, very, yeah. This is it's a very positive card. You've got 4 cards out already. 2 of them are major arcana cards. This is divinely led. Okay, so maybe this is his life's purpose. Something's afoot that we don't know about. So we've got on top of the Star and the Knight of Cups, we've got the Prince of Discs. Now the Prince is I think the Prince is, I don't think, Knight, Prince. I think the princes are kings. Let me just check the book. Let me just check this book a minute. This is a very, very difficult, a very, very difficult deck to get your head around. Because if you look, there's all this just for one card. Because they are very different in a lot of ways, but they're very esoteric. Where are I? The knight is the page, the queen, the prince. The knight, the queen, the prince and princess. Yeah, the prince is the king. So you've got the king and the queen. The knight is oh, I forgot already. My head's gone. Prince is a page. No, the prince is the king. Oh my god. Yeah, the knight is the page. Then you've got the princes are knights. Princes are knights. Sorry. It's a long time since I've well, it's not that long since I've had Soft Tarot out, but I don't have it out very often, and it's because it's so big. So this process, where are we? This star, this communication, this new technology, this use of new technology, and this show-offy peacockness, this offer of help This page has got wings. This is like an angelic offer of help, but it's going to come quite show-offy. It's going to be slow in the for the wheels to turn on. I'm feeling that I know it's going to be slow because there's an ox pulling the chariot rather than a horse, and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. It's very thoughtfully. It make a Knight of Pentacles they make their move very thoughtfully, carefully. All I's have to be dotted, all T's have to be crossed before they make a move. So there's stuff going on in the background. It feels very industrious, but before there's any outward move that anybody can see, there's a lot of careful consideration involved. So this is going to be time taking. I'm hearing lots of people are asking, where's Elon Musk? Where's his lawyers? Where's his legal team? It's having to be very carefully considered, because one false move and your Starmer and your Hermer, the Attorney General, will use all force, all powers necessary to shut it down. So this has to be more clever than your Starmers. It has to be able to preempt what he's going to do next to kibosh a humane treatment of Tommy while he's still incarcerated. So it's going to be easily kiboshed, which is why we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Discs, because it has to be very, very carefully considered. They have to, this is like playing chess. I'm going to make this move, but if I make this move, Starmer and Hermer are going to checkmate me and shut it all down. So it's very clever, this. What's happening right now is very clever, but we aren't going to hear of any of this because that's not a clever thing to do. If the public know what moves they're going to make, then you're going to be able to get Starmer and Hermer. If they already know what the game plan is, then they're going to kibosh it. So just because we don't know, don't mean nothing's happening. And then we've got the Princess of Discs, and the Princess is the Page. Right, let me have a look at this. No, the Princess is the Queen. Beg your pardon. Right, we've got the yin and the yang in here. You've got fire, and you've got the watery female aspect and the fiery male aspect in here. So this Queen of Discs is she feels a bit thorny to me. So you've got the Knight. The Knight then turns into the Queen. So if we end up with a king in here as well, then we're on a winner. You've got the Prince taking slow steps, dotting all the I's, playing a game of chess. Once that game of chess is finished, it's going to become apparent what they do. This is all very much willpower. This is all about will. This is a battle of wills. Whereas this one's very much to do with being safe, secure, growing your game plan. This one is about having the balls, if you know what I mean, having the balls and the willpower to put your cards on the table. So there's the cards are being put on the table. So on the one hand, we've got somebody being quite show-offy about it, but they're being show-offy about it because they have considered the next move of their opponent, and they've used, the input of many other people, others in order to get their game plan on the table. Right, so what's next for that then? So yeah, so far you're telling us there is still stuff going off behind the scenes. Too many. And it's very well done. And then we've got prudence. So we are seeing here there's collaboration, world's your oyster. The cards get put on the table, and then what we're seeing is the fruits of this. Then we'll see the fruits of these people's labours. So this use of AI, this feels very much like the love of a lot of people in the nation as well. It's very much a collaboration, but the brains is coming from the here and here. People getting their heads together to make this game plan. All of a sudden, cards get put on the table. Checkmate. Checkmate. Reaping what you sowed. But what does that mean for Tommy right now? Because right now he's not eating, he's losing weight, his mental health's going down the shitter, and mainstream media's not talking about it. You've got GB News Talk TV, they're not talking about it because they're frightened to death of losing their blinking backers, because it's money talks. This is all money talks. And then we've got luxury. And just as I'm saying money talks, we get luxury coming out. Pisces. Why did I say Pisces? Right. This game plan being formulated right now, about to be exposed, put cards on the table. The result of that, it says luxury, but to me it feels like it's really an outpouring of love and affection for Tommy Robinson. It feels like all of a sudden people are allowed to say without being frightened of being cancelled. It feels like this game plan is going to have a knock on it's going to benefit us all in the long run. It's going to benefit us all if they pull it off, because this is just the energy of now. But this is what the idea right now is, just to do it. Just because it's not out there, though, don't forget, just because the information isn't out there doesn't mean it's not happening. And then we've got the Prince of Cups. I'm just looking at the card and listening to what I'm hearing. Give me 2 minutes. This is definitely looking quite this feels like a stone cold response. Why is it a stone cold? Oh, so stone cold response, taking a nosedive. Come on, what do you mean by that? Taking a nosedive. Take another card, right? Take a stone cold response. Taking a nosedive. And then we've got art, which is not, this is like an alchemy card. Why am I saying that? Temperance. Is it temperance? These cards throw me because a lot of the major arcana cards, some of the major arcana cards swapping number. Justice is number 8 and can't remember what's number 11. I'm getting the book just to check that it's I know what card it is. 15. No, 14. Art. It is, it's temperance. Gold, honestly. But this feels like alchemy at the same time, this card. There's Latin going off around the outside. Vista in terra terre rectif cando. I can't even read what it says. Should have put my specs on. So something's taken a nosedive. And you've got two-facedness. Two-facedness. All right. Okay. So they're gonna read what they sow. Right, now I get it. And then all this outpouring of love, because it's going to be safe to do so, sends the people who've opposed Tommy Robinson, or some people who've loudly opposed Tommy Robinson, sending them into some nosedive. And then as a result of that, oh, we think Tommy Robinson's marvellous, but it wasn't the climate, and we were frightened to death of losing all our support. And if we'd have lost our support, we wouldn't be able to take our position in Parliament. Follow the bloody money. It's all about the money. Right, so this is them taking a nosedive and becoming quite stirring up the shit, basically. This feels like shit stirring. There's a shit stirring mix. Somebody two-faced, a shit stirrer, someone who says one thing, but when it's not going their way, they'll just. Why am I thinking Piers Morgan? Right, very strong feeling and hearing Piers Morgan is going to take a nosedive, and then he's going to take a different position to the one that he's been taking. Piers Morgan's got something to do with being loud about the outcome of this. So what is the outcome for Tommy? Is he getting out? Is he getting out early? Are they going to reverse this absolute abuse? Right, we've got Tower. We've got the Tower. Right, the lid's going to get blown off this. The lid's going to get blown off this. Altogether, the lid's getting blown off. The whole thing is going to get blown off. Right, I hope that's not the Tower for Tommy. So what's happening? I'll take that one. Disappointment. Tower, disappointment. One more. Too many. Tower, disappointment. Too many. Right. Someone who's a Scorpio is going to be very disappointed. Someone who's a Scorpio. This is going to get blown out of all proportion. Something's getting blown up out of all proportion. Piers Morgan's got something to do with it. And then you've got the Prince of Wands. This feels like this is all a two-faced energy. This is all this two-faced energy. Tower, disappointment. I want one more. But this it's not telling me about Tommy. This is telling me about this person who's had to take a nosedive because all these good things are happening in the background. But then there's some two-facedness going off because it all goes well. I'm wondering if he's going to lose his... I wonder if Piers Morgan's going to... it feels like he's going to have... Yeah, he might get sued. Won't be bloody first time, will it? He's got a coloured past. He didn't go to prison, did he, for all the shit he's done? Right. Tommy. What's happening with Tommy? Is he getting out early or not? Is he going to be okay? Is Tommy going to be okay? Queen of Discs. Queen of Pentacles. I'm just looking at the card because I'm not seeing anything in it. The Queen of Pentacles is like, the Rider-Waite Tarot looks like Rachel Reeves with Richard III haircut. This one's got the Capricorn, because it's Capricorn, got the Capricorn goat horns holding this disc, this pentacle, if you like. I think someone's going to be sued, and I think Tommy Robinson's going to be the recipient of that. But that's not telling me if he's getting out early. Is he getting out early? One more. Ooh, that's a flyer. Peace. Two of Swords. That's Libra card. Let me have a look. See, the Two of Swords is indecision to me, not peace. When's the new moon? It's not decided yet, but it feels like at some point in the future somebody's going to get sued. It feels like Piers Morgan. I heard it. I heard Piers Morgan. I felt very strongly Piers Morgan. There's going to be some controversy around him. He's going to get knocked off his spot, his perch a bit. And then there's going to be some forward movement on gaining some sort of financial recompense, possibly for his treatment in prison. But whether he gets out early or not is a Two of Swords. That to me is indecision. Oh, I've got a right itchy nose. I think someone's coming in soon. Hang on. Windmills. What's windmills got to do with it? when he comes out, he's going to come out fighting. I know he's struggling with his mental health. He's going to come out fighting. And then the outcome is gains. The 9 of Pentacles is the single lady card, if you like. But this is someone who has enough to survive, who's self-sufficient, quite wealthy. Tommy Robinson is going to be paid out some money for his treatment. So that tells me he's going to survive, but it's not telling me if he's getting out early and if they're going to are they going to reverse the decision that they've made right now. Whoa, the moon. You know, yeah, we don't know yet. We're not going to know yet. We're definitely not going to find out yet. It's still swinging in the balance, and the reason why it's still swinging in the balance is because we've got this team of people, this team of people collaborating to make sure that their next move on the chessboard can't be checkmated by the British government. So that's why we don't know yet. But he's going to be okay. I don't know why Piers Morgan came out of the blue, but Piers Morgan came out of the blue. I think he's going to get his comeuppance. I think Tommy Robinson in the end will fight his treatment in prison, and I think he will end up getting a payout. Definitely going to end up getting a payout. But at the moment, whether he's getting out early is still not decided, because the team working on his case is working very hard, very thoroughly, to make sure that it can't be kiboshed at any given moment. So that's your Tommy Robinson reading. Right, I'm off, and I don't know how long it's going to take to upload this, but God, I'll wait up until it's uploaded. Just a quick one, if you've managed to hang on this far. When I do a premiere, it's not a live reading. It just goes up at that particular time, and it's not live. I'm not doing the reading live. I've already recorded it, but it's being shown at a particular time. It's called a premiere, which is why the live chat is up. So there's quite a few people that join me in the live chat when I do a premiere. You're quite welcome to join me in the live chat. If I don't answer you, it might be because the comments sometimes go quite quickly and I have a job keeping up on my phone. But come over and join us on the live chat, because we sometimes have a right laugh. Anyway, I'm off, and I shall see you tomorrow, hopefully, for another one. Another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. If I don't see you through week, I'll see you through winter. Ta-ra!